Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kanza Megan and today the topic of my presentation is child language acquisition. Well, child language acquisition is the process by which young children learn and develop the ability to understand and produce language. This process begins at birth and involves several stages as children progress from recognizing sounds to speaking in full sentences. Key aspects of child language acquisitions are the pre-linguistic stage. This is the stage before the child starts using words. It includes crying, crooning, and babbling. Also, this stage is from 0 to 12 months. Then comes one word stage. Child begin using words, single words to express whole idea or sentence. For example, they will say milk and they would mean I want milk. This stage is from 12 to 18 months. Then is two-word stage. Child start combining two words to form simple sentence. For example, they would say want juice. That means they want juice. And it starts from 18 to 24 months. Then comes the telegraphic speech stage. Speech resembles a telegram with key content words present but function words. For example, articles, prepositions, which are often omitted. For example, the child would say, Daddy go work, or Mommy give toy. And this lasts from 24 to 30 months. Then comes the development of grammar and syntax. Well, children begin to use more complex sentences and understand the rules of grammar. They would use the correct word and order and the emergence of function words. Then comes the pragmatics, and children learn to use language in social context. They understand the rules of conversations and thus they apply that. Now, moving on to the introduction of linguistic features. Well, CLA, which is Child Language Acquisition, it comprises of lexical, syntactic, morphological, and discursive components. Studying these aspects is beneficial in comprehending how and what aspects of language in children are desirable. Every one of them focuses on a particular aspect of the learning and meaning used in childhood. So, moving on to the very first feature, which is phonology, it refers to the sound system of a language, including how sounds are organized and used. In language acquisition, children first learn to recognize different phonemes, which are the smallest units of sound. And over time, they learn to produce these sounds accurately and organize them into meaningful patterns that form the basic of spoken language. The second feature is lexical feature. And in lexical feature, it relates to vocabulary acquisition and the meaning of the words within a language. Well, as children grow, they rapidly expand their vocabulary when learning new words from their environment and through interaction with others. Understanding the meanings of words allows children to express themselves more clearly and effectively, which is crucial for their cognitive and social development. The third feature is syntactic and morphological features. Well, these features involve structure of sentences, which is syntax, and the formation of words, which is morphology. So children learn to construct sentences by using syntax, which helps them to communicate more complex ideas. And then morphology allows them to modify and combine words to express different meanings, which is essential for language proficiency. The fourth and the last feature is discursive feature. Well, in discursive feature, it involves the use of language in context. It focuses on how ideas are organized and communicated across larger units of language. This aspect of language acquisition is important for understanding how children learn to use language effectively in different social situations. adapting their communication to suit the context and audience. Well, to give you a more deep insight of these features, I'm going to play this video in front of you, and then I'm going to explain all four features of the CLA that we will notice in this video. Hello. Wow. What's your name? Alright, so in this video, you can see the very first phonological feature that we see is that the child uses substitute sound such as ninja girl, which is basically ninja girl, but he pronounced it ninja girl. And you can also see that his mother says hello, and his reply was quite exciting, and it was something like hello, which is HELAO. Basically it's HELLO. So you see how the child uses substitute sounds. Secondly, you can see that the child is using repetitive sound in playful context. For example, he's making funny noises and he starts singing randomly. Then you can see that the child uses extended vowels. For example, blue. Also, you can see that he's also omitting syllable, like it's Akbar, but he's saying Akbar, Ali Akbar. In lexical feature, you can see that the child uses simple words, for example, hello, ice cream, and blue. Also, you can see that the child is also he's also repeating words for clarification. For example, he's saying yeah, to clarify or to see that the person in front of him or her can understand them well. Then you can see the basic adjectives the child is using, like big, blue, and nice. Also, you can see that the child invented word on his own vocabulary, like inventing words based on his own vocabulary. You can see that he was poking camera, and while poking the camera, he didn't say poke, he said pong. Then the syntactic and morphological features that we can see in this video is that the child uses short words to answer questions. For example, he replies in one word to each question. For example, when he was asked like, what is your favorite color, he said blue. When he was asked what is your favorite animal, he said sheep. And when he was given a choice between cake or ice cream, he chose ice cream. Things like that. Also, you can see that he's omitting non-essential words for example that he is not pronouncing, not uh, often, like there were when his mother asked him that do you like uh, which game do you like, and he say Ninja Girl. Instead of saying I like Ninja Girl, he say that Ninja Girl. He just replied with one word. So you can see that as well. Also, in the discursive feature, you can see that the child has a basic understanding of conversational turns. For example, he waits for the question to end and then he answers. Also, you can see that there's a there's a limited ability to stay on one topic. Like you can see that the child is frequently shifting towards the playful noises or either he's singing. You can also see that the child uses high pitch when he is excited. For example, when he was asked that who's his favorite person, you could see that he started whispering because he thought that the other person could hear him, and then he excitedly like yells the name. Also, you can see that the child often gets louder when he's in a playful mood, and he is laughing and speaking meaningless, funny words to convey playfulness. Playfulness. Also, you can see that the child uh, uses hand gestures. So when he was asked that what is your age, he showed his fingers that I'm this much year old. Also, you can see that another gesture is that he's poking camera, touching camera, poking camera. Secondly, you can see his facial expressions. While answering the questions, you can see the expressions on his face. Well, and the genre of this video was conversational genre. I'm gonna play next audio in which uh, you can also see some of more of the language features. Cat, 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 cat. I'm Gabriel. Hi, to meet you. Okay, why are you just touching with the controller that say now? Alright, just don't have to see now, alright? This is not to be doing. It's baby boo. I love you. That's why I'm playing it better than you. That's Alright, so in this video, in this audio, you can see that the child is again using a repetitive sound in a playful context. Like he started making funny noises. He started uh, like he was just making noises. Also, this is one of the phonological features. Secondly, you can see the lexical feature in this audio is that the repetition of one word that is all right. The kid was making sure, the child was making sure that the cat in front of him or the person in front of him understands him. Also, you can see that there is a syntactic and morphological feature in it, which is that the kid is omitting non-essential words. For example, he said that to meet you instead of nice to meet you. Also, he used a simple word which was don't talk. Also, you can see that the child is also using short word, which is phone, and you can also see that he's also following SVO pattern as well here. You can also see that in this cursive feature, you can say that a simple conversation with a beginning, middle, and end. As you can see that the child started with "Hi, I'm Jibril. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Jibril. Nice to meet you." You can see that there is a whole beginning and the middle of the conversation, and then it ends. You can also see that the child knows how to use the basic gestures like thank you, to meet you. To meet you basically means he meant nice to meet you, but he couldn't say it, so it's also to meet you. And you can also see that his pitch gets higher when he wants the cat to talk with And you can see that when he got nervous, he took a pause, and although you cannot see that his face expression, but there were expressions there. Also, this video is also conversational. So before moving on to the conclusion, um, I want to discuss that how adult use the baby talk, how what were the features that adults use while talking to the kid. So you can say that in the starting of the very first video, you can see the adult using a high pitch, rising pitch to say hello, and you can also see that the adult is using a slower speed so that it can allow the child to process the sound. For example, his mom asking what is your favorite animal in slow speed so the child can better understand that and answer that. Secondly, you can see the mother using simple words like ice cream, favorite, and animal. Also, you can see that she was asking him simple questions like what is your favorite animal and what 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 is your what is your name, things like that. You cannot see the facial expressions of her mother, but it was her the position in which she was talking to the kid was she was smiling, and her tone was quite playful and joyful, which made the kid, well, she was displaying excitement, which keep the kid engaged. So the conclusion is that the child language acquisition encompasses a multifaceted process involving lexical, syntactic, morphological, and discursive development. Each linguistic feature plays a critical role in overall language acquisition. Understanding this feature aids in supporting children's language development and addressing potential language delays. My final thoughts over this whole presentation, over this whole case study, is that child language acquisition provides a comprehensive overview of child development language skills, breaking down the process into key stages and linguistic components. It highlights the importance of phonological, lexical, syntactic, morphological, and discursive features in understanding how child progress from recognizing basic sounds to forming complex sentences. Each linguistic component plays a crucial role. Phonology helps children distinguish and produce sound. Lexical development expands their vocabulary. Syntax and morphology enabling the construction and modification of sentences. And discursive skills allow for effective communication in various social contexts. Understanding these features not only offers a deeper insight into child language development but also has practical applications for language teaching and education. Recognizing the natural stages of language acquisition can help educators tailor their methods to align with these processes, making learning more effective and accessible. This presentation also underscores the importance of environment and social interaction in language learning, emphasizing that children learn through exposure and interaction with others. This suggests that creating a rich linguistic environment is essential for supporting effective language development. Moreover, this presentation offers valuable lessons for lifelong learning. Language acquisition is a continuous process, and even as adults, we refine our linguistic skills through practice, exposure, and adaptive use of language in different contexts. By understanding the different components of language acquisition, caregivers, educators, and speech therapists can better support children's language development and address potential language delays early on. Thank you so much.